Today, we're going to look at a very cool new feature of the AvePoint Cloud Governance solution, specifically solving the problem to self-serve or not to self-serve. Do I allow users to create Office 365 workspaces like sites, groups, and teams by themselves, or do I implement a more strict governed process? Let's see if we can have the best of both worlds. What we'll do is enable native self-service, but then bring those sites, groups, and teams under management. Let's take a look. We'll start here with Adele. Adele is a typical business user, and she has a need to collaborate with a group of her peers. And so she's in Teams, and she's going to create a new team using the native self-service interface, which is here. She simply clicks on Create Team. And as you can see when she's typing the name, group_marketing is appended before the name because we're using the native Office 365 and Azure AD naming policy here. So Adele gives her team a name, AvePoint Rocks, which is a pretty cool name if you ask me. And it's that easy. We can see with just a few clicks, she's able to provision a new team, in this case, a team with Miriam, who she's going to collaborate with. And in just a matter of a minute or two, she's able to collaborate. Now, what we've enabled is a policy here for the organization where within a certain period of time, and in this case, 7 days, Adele needs to bring this group into compliance with the governance policy. So as you can see here, she is going to receive an email from the Cloud Governance solution. And the Cloud Governance solution is informing her that per policy, there are some governance details that she's going to need to supply for her newly created groups and teams. And this is a process that runs automatically in the background and picks up groups, teams, and sites that our governance solution doesn't yet know about. And so she's directed to her groups list. This groups list is going to show Adele all of the groups, teams, and there's also sites that she owns. You can see all of the metadata that she's able to view for all of these groups. And that's really one of the neat things about this is that there's so much additional information that we want to collect and manage automatically in addition to just the group name. So you can see Adele here has a number of groups and teams that she's a manager of, and you can see there that she's being prompted to supply governance details for the AvePoint is Awesome group that she just created. Here she's brought into a screen where she is presented with a message from her administrator telling her what she should be doing here and why she should be doing it. She gets an opportunity to confirm that she is the primary business owner of this group, team, or site, and she has options for what to do if she's not. But in this case, she is. So she's what we call the primary group contact. She will signify a deputy or a secondary group contact, so that if she's not available, governance decisions for this group can be made because there's a secondary business ownership. And you can see that we're going to apply a group policy. The group policy is going to dictate life cycle, recertification requirements, and so forth. And you can see that she's prompted for additional metadata like sensitivity level and purpose, because we want to track these as well for each group, team, or site. She's also presented with some very important terms and conditions which she has to agree to in order to bring the group under compliance. And now back in her groups list, you can see that if we search for her group, which is another benefit here, it's very easy for her to find groups and teams. And you can see that we're in the process of automatically bringing that new team under management. And very shortly, there we are. So now all the governance attributes are active on this team. It is subject to the lifecycle policies, permission, membership, and ownership recertification policies, and she's good to go. For admins as well, there's a benefit. So admins can go into a report here in the admin interface, and we'll go into the group report. And this is my configuration management report for all of my groups, teams, and sites. And you can see all of that metadata, which we saw in the end user view. But now I'm seeing it across all groups, teams, and sites. And there's the group or team that Adele just brought under management. And it's that easy. As an admin, I get to specify how long a user has to complete this process. And you can see all of the governance attributes that we're tracking automatically on these groups, teams, and sites. You can see the inactivity tracking information, which can trigger automatic lifecycle operations as well. And so what we have here is the best of both worlds. Adele was able to get her business done quickly and easily. My administrators were able to automatically enforce the governance policy, which required additional details to be gathered and additional processes to be automatically applied to my groups, teams, and sites. Now, this is just one of the automated features and functionalities in the cloud governance solution for Office 365. So head over to the AvePoint website and check it out.